it up. Now let's go and hit on the camera super quickly. Now on the back, like I stated, triple camera setup here, single camera setup here. On the S20 FE, we have a 12 megapixel wide, 8 megapixel telephoto, and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. On the SE2, we have a single 12 megapixel sensor. Now when it comes down to the softwares of both devices, you can see they look kind of the same, but iOS has always had pretty bland software, like there's not that many features. Whereas on the Galaxy S20 FE, we have all these crazy features built in right here. Look at how many settings. And even with iOS 14, we did get more settings kind of on the iPhone SE2, but on One UI 2.5, and I'm hoping with One UI 3, there are also a ton of additions in the camera setup. So not only do you get that extra sensors on the S20 FE, but you're getting way more features built in too, which is another big thing. But as you can see side by side, their cameras are kind of the same. They can take photos and videos as expected, but you're getting way more settings from a phone like the S20 FE, in my opinion, than on the SE2. Now, the SE2 had a pretty good camera setup. I really never had anything wrong with it. It looked pretty good. I think I did like 3 or 4 camera comparisons between this phone and some other phones, and I saw that for the most part, like, yeah, it got the job done. It doesn't have the ultra-wide sensor, doesn't have a telephoto lens, but I still think for the most part, it's a good enough sensor for a lot of people. As long as you're not doing like, 4K at 120 frames per second, or you're doing like 8K videos, you don't really need the, something crazier. You can probably do everything you need to from the SE2. You also have a 7 megapixel front-facing camera as well, which really isn't that bad. But definitely when it comes down to it, the S20 FE I think is the far superior one. You're getting that triple camera setup. You're getting a 32 megapixel front-facing camera, which you can do 4K at 60 on. With the SE2 only tops out at 1080p at 30 on that front camera. But you're getting that extra sensors. I think that's the best thing about it. Even though it's not really a crazy good camera, I actually don't think it's that bad. It's kind of like an S20 light version of it. But I think the best thing about Samsung cameras are definitely the features. You're getting all these features like this. You're getting Pro mode, which is really awesome. You're getting Pro video mode as well right here, which I talked about a lot in another video. And that is definitely something that I really do like about these devices. So definitely when it comes down to it, the S20 FE I think has the better camera, but the SE2 isn't too far behind in terms of a quality standpoint. You're just getting way more features from the S20 FE. Now ending it off with